I'm expecting to hear certain things. And Governor Sakaja needs to tell us what he's going to do about the Bumtwaf in the residential areas.
Maybe
all right.
include churches and mosques.
No, by the way, I agree. Listen, okay, I do agree. Churches and mosques as well.
I won't end the conversation there because clearly I haven't even given Florence a chance to state her expectations. But first, let's hear from more Kenyans, this time from Mombasa County. We have Kevin Mutai on location. He's our resident senior reporter there at the coast. Kevin, matarajio ya Wakenya ni gani?
Well, good morning, Olive, and good to hear from you. We are set and live from the Mumangina waterfront, just next to the Likoni Crossing Ferry Channel, where this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations will be held. Behind me is the stage where the executive from this county will be seated, led by Governor Abdul Somad Sharif Nasir, who will be in the company of other leaders from Mombasa, and of course the other side, the residents of this county will be seated to attend this year's Mashujaa Day celebrations. Indeed, it's a day that residents and Kenyans from across the country will be expecting to hear from the leadership, considering that this will be the first public national event to be held after the general election. And of course also the residents of this particular county will be just anticipating to hear what the current leadership will have has in store for them, especially with regards to rejuvenating and reviving the economy of this particular county, considering that one of the key economic pillars, that is the port of Mombasa, was just reverted back to the county. That means the clearing of cargo will be done from this county. And of course also remember, this particular day is quite significant for the country, especially for the founding father, that is Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, whom according to residents say that he used to love coming to the coast region, specifically to Msambweni constituency, that is in Kwale County, where reports say that he used to be here twice in a month. I mean, in Msambweni twice in a month. And of course also there are other several institutions that have been named under Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, that is the former and the founding president of the Republic of Kenya. Mzee Jomo Kenyatta Primary School, for instance, that is in Msambweni, Kwale County, and of course other things that he brought to the people of the coast region. As I said, it's quite a significant day for the people here. But quickly, Olive, let me just engage one of the locals here. First, what is your name, sir?
My names are Charles Omondi Mwai.
Charles, who is your hero and why?
My hero is my mom, because my mom played a very important role in my life after the death of my father. And I'm very happy today to be standing before this, so that I say my mother is a hero.
And what does this day mean to you?
This is a very special day to me, because this day reminds me on where we've come from. By the way, as Kenyans, we've come from very, very far. When you try to look at the videos, the pictures that were there in 10 years ago, to date, we've really made a very good step to our development, and even most of the things that we are doing, we've gone up. So this day marks a very, very important day in my life, because it reminds me where I came from. Yeah.
We're expecting the leadership of the county, led by the governor, that is Abdul Somad Sharif Nasir. What are you expecting to hear from it, and as well as the president, that is William Ruto, who will be presiding over this event in Nairobi?
Well, what I expect from our political class, political leaders, is that at least number one, they should engage themselves in diplomatic talks, whereby they take peace as the first element of in our today's life. Number two, the Kenyan's economy has gone down. People are suffering, people are dying. They cannot even buy basic things. The parents that are taking their children to school are also having a rough time. So if they can come up with a mechanism whereby they can boost the economy, so that at least we be where we were 5 years ago or 10 years ago, then the life is going to be very, very okay. So what I expect is that today the president to at least touch on something to do with the budget. For example, the prices of the essential commodities. because that is where we Kenyans spend a lot of our money from. If they can be reduced, let us not wait and talk of 3-year plan or 3 months plan. People, we are going to die. Let them act on it today. Basic food first is when other things can follow. In Mombasa, I expect the governor to at least bring a good atmosphere for business, whereby those ones that are engaged in business can be boosted and they can also be given low rates to pay. Previously, we've been paying a lot of money when we are doing business. If it can be reduced so that what we have been paying in excess, we can use to feed our family. So I expect the governor to at least talk about the economy, the business people, and how he's going to associate them. And the youths. The youth plays a very important role in the country. As members of the Kenya Scout Association, we are entitled to at least help the youth so that they can be better leaders. If as a county does not invest in the youth, then that is a rotten county. But if it invests on the youth, then we are going to succeed.
Speaking of people dying, there are some counties here in the coast region where people are experiencing, tough times, especially due to the ravaging drought, and people are dying for lack of food. There's hunger and starvation in counties such as Kilifi, Kwale. Do you think this is a concern that should also take a center stage in today's celebrations?
The only problem that we might be having, the leaders might be having in the country, is that they are always fast to talk and they don't take action. People are dying. We are seeing it on news, in televisions. People are suffering. Even water, which is the most essential commodity, they cannot afford. So it is time for the government and the leaders to wake up, stand up, and march forward so that they can solve this. We don't need promises. Yeah.
Well, you're saying you're a leader of Scouts and you're leading the young generation. What kind of message do you think they should take home from today's celebrations?
After this celebration, I expect the Scouts to take a message of one is peace, hard working that has been penetrating from the time of independence. But we can also, on the other side, blame the parents, because today, as we take the statistics, most of the people that are here are children. They're only coming to learn from the speeches that they're going to hear. The parents have not accompanied them. It means the transaction of what took place in the past to the young generation is not taking place until they are brought to such like place, which is very pure, very bad. So the only thing that I would advise the leaders, the pupils from here, they take the message home of peace, cohesion, and hard work, because it is being said hard work pays. So let them go back, work, and do what they can do. Those that are in school, let them learn. We that are in scouting, we engage our youths in formative actions that can make them productive in future. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, sir. That was powerful. Well, indeed, Olive, that's one of the locals here in Mombasa who's leading the Scouts, who are already here to be part and parcel of this celebration. So from here in Mombasa, I take you all the way to the county of Uasin Gishu, where I'm told my colleague Gabriel Kudaka is on standby to give us an update from that part of the country regarding today's celebrations. Kudaka.
All right, there we have Kevin Mutai in Mombasa County speaking.